Sometimes life rewards people in ways that are unseen at first. You might meet someone who speaks sweetly and brings comfort wherever they go, while another person spreads bitterness with every word. But why is it so? Today's story will show you how a single heart can turn blessings into beauty, or poison. There once was a poor baker named Mr. Gable who lived with his two daughters. The older girl, Rowan, looked perfect from the outside. Pretty curls, fancy ribbons, and a dazzling smile. But behind that smile was a sharp tongue and a selfish heart. She spoke only to impress and never to help. The younger daughter, Elinor, dressed simply and hardly spoke unless it was kind. She listened more than she talked, and her voice always softened people's worries. She helped their sick neighbors without expecting anything back, and every morning she delivered leftover bread to hungry children near the lighthouse. One bright afternoon, the town ran out of fresh water. The well near the market dried up completely. Mr. Gable had no choice but to send someone to the distant spring beyond the dunes. "Elinor, go fetch a jug of water," he said. Before Elinor could answer, Rowan cut in. "Why not send her daily? She's used to doing all the work anyway." Elinor didn't argue. She simply took the empty jug and walked toward the shore. The sand burned under her feet, and the wind carried the smell of salt and seaweed. After a long climb over the dunes, she finally reached a quiet freshwater spring hidden among reeds. Just as she filled her jug, she heard a soft voice nearby. "Please, child, could I trouble you for a sip?" Elinor turned and saw an elderly fisherman sitting on a rock with trembling hands. Without hesitation, she rinsed the jug, filled it again, and gently offered it to him. He drank slowly, as though the water saved his life. "You didn't even ask for anything in return," the old man said. Elinor smiled. "Why would I? You needed help, and I was here." The fisherman's eyes shimmered like sunlight on water. His form shifted, and in a moment, he no longer looked old at all. Instead, he glowed faintly like moonlit waves. "I am no fisherman. I test hearts," he said. "From now on, every time you speak with sincerity, your words will carry brightness, small pearls of hope, little lights that people can truly feel." Elinor's eyes widened. "Pearls of hope? Only kindness can create them. Use your voice wisely." Before she could say another word, he vanished like mist. Shocked but calm, Elinor returned home. When she greeted her father, her voice seemed to sparkle. It was not jewels that fell, but tiny glowing pearls that dissolved into gentle warmth. Those pearls made Mr. Gable happier than he'd felt in months. Rowan was furious. "Why does she get magic for doing nothing?" she yelled. She stomped toward the same spring, determined to copy her sister. Hours later, she reached the water, muttering complaints with every step. When she saw the same glowing fisherman, she forced a fake smile. "Oh, dear sir, may I get you some water?" she said sweetly. But under her breath, she whispered, "Old fool." The fisherman looked into her eyes. "Are you offering kindness or borrowing it?" "Just drink," she snapped. He took a sip and wiped his mouth. "Then you shall receive what your heart offers." His glow faded into dark ripples, and he disappeared. Rowan scoffed. "Useless trick." But when she returned home and spoke, ugly black droplets fell from her lips. Thick, sticky drops that smelled foul. Wherever they landed, people felt uncomfortable, irritated, even angry. Her voice brought bitterness. Neighbors avoided her. Friends stopped visiting. Even Mr. Gable grew silent around her. Soon, Rowan felt trapped in her own words, isolated by the mess she herself created. Meanwhile, Elinor became known throughout the town as the Lighthouse Voice. Because her words helped people the way a lighthouse guides ships. She never bragged, never hoarded praise, only spoke when her words were needed. Years passed. The bakery flourished, not because of wealth, but because people felt peace whenever they entered it. And Elinor grew up wise, gentle, and loved by the entire harbor town. She realized something simple but powerful. True blessings don't fall from the sky. They grow from the heart. So speak kindly. Speak truthfully. Your voice can either heal like light or poison like darkness. You choose which one you release into the world. If this story touched your heart, make sure to like the video, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to SoulForge Stories. Your support keeps these stories alive and helps their light reach others.